Hi my coquettes, today we are going to be making meatballs and pasta. Okay, so what you're going to need for this one is 80 grams per person. So we're doing it for 2 people, so it works out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 little nests. Okay, 3 slices of wholemeal breadcrumbs, 1 leek, 3 garlic cloves, 2 shallots, 60 grams of parmesan, and you will need an egg for this one, and some 5% beef mince, probably around 400 grams, something like that. Okay, just a pack like that. Okay. Oh dear. Okay, so what we're going to do first, and your staples obviously, so your olive oil, your salt, your basil, and your thyme, and your pepper, as always in my videos. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to put this separately. So we're going to do that over there because we don't need that for the moment. Okay, so we're putting the onions in there. We're going to be putting the garlic in, and I'm using a big mixer today because obviously we need the bigger one. Okay, so the leek's going, and then what we're going to do is we're going to put the lid on and just give it a bit of a whiz. The smaller you can get it, the better, because you want it nice and fine for when your meatballs come together. Okay, so we're going to put in the breadcrumbs like that. It's getting stuck right in the middle. You have to either do it to the side or to the side and to that, but if you do it the other way, don't get stuck in the middle. Okay, so we're going to put in our beef. Okay, so I've put my mince in there. What we're going to do now is we're going to get some basil. Obviously these are like Italian flavours, so it's very nice to have in. Did I put one? Yeah. It doesn't matter if it goes in whole because it's going to blitz up anyway. And then you will want some thyme as well. So thyme's very nice. Thyme's very versatile actually. You can use it for lots of things. Soups, stews, anything really that you like. Anything. I actually put it in scrambled egg this morning, and it was really nice because it gave it that herby flavour without having a too strong of flavour in it. Because if I put the basil in it, sometimes it's a bit strong. So do that. And put all my rubbish into the bowl over here. Much more neater. Now, don't worry too much if you do get the stalks in, because they will just blitz down anyway, but I prefer to have them a little bit more off the stalks. Okay, so you want to season it with salt. Look, so messy. Put them all in. Okay, so you want to season this with salt. The best way, if you want to see if your meatballs are seasoned, I'm alright with mine. I know how much to put in mine. But if you do feel like you need to put more seasoning in or whatever, fry it off in the pan for a little bit, just till it cooks. Give it a try, and then you know whether you need to season it more or not. Obviously, don't eat raw meat. Like I said, illness, sickness, not nice. Okay, so I'm going to season this very well. That's a lot of pepper. Okay, so that's that. And then with the cheese, I'm going to use half of my cheese because I'm going to use a bit later on. So I'm going to put that in. Put that in. Okay, so that's that. Get your egg. Crack your egg. Now I would suggest to fry it, if you are going to try it before, make sure you do it before you put the egg in. You might need a second egg, so just have a look and make sure, but you don't want the mixture to go too wet. how my meatball's doing. I think that's okay. I don't think we need another egg on that. I don't think so. If you rub it, if you do this, you'll be able to see whether it's going to hold or not. So mine's holding. Okay, so I need to take this out, don't I? Okay, because this is raw meat, I'm going to put it back into my bowl so that it's not really touching anything. Now I need to get this off. Okay, so come with me. Okay, so what I've done is I've put a lined baking tray on here, and then I'm just going to roll my meatballs. You can have your meatballs whatever size you want, really mini or really huge. Me and Gary like ours middly. So just so you know, if I ever say Parmigiano, that's actually meaning the Parmesan cheese, because that's what we call it in Italy. So if you hear Parmigiano, that's the reason why I'm saying it. So please don't get confused and think, oh my God, I haven't seen that in the recipe. It's just me. Okay, so Parmesan's quite a saltier cheese, so if you feel like that you don't want, and it's quite a strong cheese as well, if you don't want too much in it, then feel free, just put a tiny bit in, or put Gruyere cheese in. If you don't prefer the taste of that, put Gruyere cheese in, it will work just the same and just as nice. Okay, so we're going to do these, and then what we're going to do is we're going to pop ours in the fridge for around 20 to 30 minutes. This will help your meat to come together a little bit and make it a little bit harder. So when you put it straight in the pan, it's not going to all tighten up and fall apart. So that would be a lot better. So what we're going to do is we're going to do this. Okay, so I'll just do that. Okay. Hi my coquettes. Okay, we're back again. Right, it's been 20 minutes. I've got the pan on the heat, so I'm just going to literally put a little bit of rapeseed oil in there so we can get it going. Okay, now my sauce, I've got it from, I've made this sauce. If you look at the Pollo Milanese video, you'll find the recipe for this sauce, but I thought for the moment it'd be too long to do every single little thing. So, make sure it's on a high heat, and you're going to pop in your meatballs. And you're going to do it almost like a clock. Okay, so I've also got my water on to boil. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a tiny bit of salt in there. Keep it going. It makes the water have flavour, not as people think, making it boil quicker. It doesn't make it boil quicker. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to leave it. You need to have patience and leave it as it is, because it wants to crisp on the outside. If you don't let it crisp on the outside, it just all goes. So just lift one up and have a look how it's doing. Oh, fantastic. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to put our pasta in now, because these are doing quite quickly. Now, if you really want to, if yours are doing quite well, put the oven on to 200, and you can keep it in there, or 180. You keep it in there to keep warm while we're doing the rest of them. Okay, so Gary's just going to zoom in on that one. I'll get a little. Just going to get a little, just show you how it's getting on. Right, I need to turn this over. I need to turn that one over as well. Okay, so try and get it on all sides if you can. If you can't, don't worry. It's fine. Like I said, it's going to go in the oven for a tiny bit anyway, so alright. Normally I would have prepared my oven. It takes around 10 minutes for your oven to heat up. So if you want to do it in time, just make sure you just do. So I'm going to put that on there. I'm going to move my board so that everyone can see. I might actually turn this one on and we'll get it on a faster boil. There we go. Looks good, hey? Okay, so these ones were done, so I put them ones in there, and then they've just been in the oven for a tiny bit. Okay, so it's not burnt, it's char grilled. There's a little bit of a difference. They're meant to have a little bit of a colour on them, because if they don't, like I said, they just end up falling apart, which isn't the best thing. My family also make a kind of meatball called porchetti. I will make them. They're really nice. They're like they're an Italian meatball, and what they do is they get parsley and sausage meat and they roll it up and they make it into a meatball. It's absolutely lovely. So what I'm going to do is, because that's been in the oven, I'm going to use these. Okay, so put these in there, and they're going to go in just till the pasta's cooked. Okay, see you in a bit. Okay, so our pasta's all done now. So I'm just going to take off the excess water on that one. And then I'll bring it over and I'll show you. Okay, like I said before, don't worry if there's some water left in it, that's a good thing. Okay, so I'm going to put our sauce on there. And then I'm also going to get our meatballs out. Whoa! Yummy, yummy. So I'm going to put this into here. And I'm going to use this to stir it with, because you want to get everything into the pasta. Can you see, Gary? Okay, now I've got mine on a lowish heat because I want mine to, I don't want mine to go too over a bit. Put the meatballs in. You don't want to really stir it too much because you don't want them to break, so I might just quickly pop them in. That's that. Cooking with Yanny forgot that the pan had just come out of the oven. Okay, so give it a little bit of a boil, just for a second. We've got the parmesan that was left over, the parmigiano. Okay, so what I'm going to do as well is I'm just going to get some scissors. Don't worry if it sticks too much. Just pull it off. There we go. Okay, I'm just going to put that over there. You know, presentation is everything, guys and girls, you know, so let's just make sure that we make a nice presentation of it. Okay, and a tiny bit of parmigiano over the top. And get your basil leaves. It's only a rough chop, it's only to kind of sprinkle over the top. And there you are, meatballs and pasta. Okay, well thank you for watching my coquettes. Press the like button if you liked it. If you're watching on YouTube, please subscribe, and we'll see you on the next video. Bye coquettes!